And me, Mr. Mark Llewellyn.
How the heck are you, Flower?
I'm very well, and you?
Yes, on today's show, everybody, we've got a marvellous one lined up, haven't we?
We certainly have.
Who are we speaking to today?
Well, we're starting with Peter Ash.
Peter Ash.
Yes, of course, not long departed from the Cobbles.
Yes, and then I suppose the next question is, how do you combine witchcraft, neurodivergence, and the Wenger boys?
I've always wanted to know, and so this is the show.
This is what the show is going to be, indeed. Well, listen, today we are here, 400 episodes.
Yes, who'd have thought it?
I don't know how we managed to do that, to be completely honest with you.
I know, almost 8 years.
8 years?
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It's
absolutely bizarre. Almost 8 years.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it really?
Yes.
Wow, that's been a long time of hard work,
hasn't it? Just
dedication and thought processing.
Yes, and wanting to stay off the dole.
It's true.
But not only is it our special episode, as we've just seen there, we're in brand new studios.
In brand new studios. Yes. I know. Look at us. As you saw when we came down our grand staircase.
We have our own dressing room.
And then our director said, it looks like you're on Titanic.
It did.
Well, very nice. I'd like to think I'd go down a bit better.
And we've got all Look, you've got sparkly shoes. We can actually see the floor now.
I might have messed up though, because throughout the interviews today, you might notice I was wearing trainers.
Oh,
I've
that's pre-recording. Well, I shall have a word with Mr. Andre, our personal dresser.
Indeed. How is Mr. Andre?
Well, he's not well at the moment.
Is he not? What's up with him?
He's just gone off. I've sent him out for some food.
For food?
Yes, he hadn't brought the food in before we came on air.
I fancy a McRib.
Do you?
Yes.
Indeed. Well, Andre's McRib is very well known in these parts.
As I can well imagine. So we are in these brand new studios, and they are not just for us, are they?
No. In fact, we've got so much room here and different spaces that actually we're hiring them out as well. So they make perfect space, don't they? We're almost right in the city. We moved actually, haven't we? Manchester's actually now broadcasting from Manchester.
Which is a novel idea. We are literally through the windows. We can see
Mayfield Park.
Yes.
And,
literally 6 minutes away from Piccadilly.
Piccadilly Station.
Yeah.
So that's brilliant. So we've got these studios, we've got kitchens, we've got toilets, we've got food, we've got everything. Showers.
I'm going to have to put my hair in rollers in a minute and have a good shower.
We've even been given our own dressing room and the office.
And office, I know.
But yes, so you can rent the space here, perfect for auditions and photographic shoots, and also we're now offering as a company training, media training, public speaking training. Students we can have in here to learn how to put shows on. Well, the world is our lobster.
The world is our lobster.
Yes, it is.
And we're going to be getting more and more guests in here as well now.
Yeah, well, we've now got the space. We've got a green room. A green room. We'll show you the green room next week.
We'll show you that next week.
Which is rather fantastic. But yes, and we're in the Pat Phoenix studio at the moment.
Yeah, we've named them all, haven't we?
We have.
Do you want to take us through the names?
Well, we've got Pat Phoenix. We've got Barbara Knox. Which is the dressing room, is it? And Roy Barraclough. And we've got the Evan Garrett / Julie Goodyear.
Yes, exactly.
They're slashing together.
They're slashing together, and why not?
Yeah, so it's all rather exciting.
So how many years have you been with Your Manchester now?
4.5.
4.5. Yeah. So roughly how many episodes do you think you've done?
Well, if we've done 400 in 8 years, that must be 200 overall. So I've probably done about 150, 160 episodes.
Wow. Is it really? It will be, won't it? Yeah. It kind of puts it all into fruition.
What?
Well, of what we've achieved.
Into perspective.
That's what we continue to achieve, to be completely honest with you.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've had some fantastic guests, haven't we, over the years?
Yes.
Everyone from Hillary Clinton to Samantha Fox.
Yes.
That's the two ends of the spectrum. But that's that. And actually, I mean, there's a whole point. We get, everyone who comes to appear in theatre and concert gets in touch.
Yes.
Because we're very pleased to say that our booking team get lots of inquiries coming in.
Yeah.
But actually, we're also interested in meeting people who do unique things in Manchester. There's so much that goes on in the city.
There is.
That if you have an unusual job or something like that, get in touch.
Get in touch indeed. As one company definitely has, and that is, of course, the Lowry.
Now, it's not the Lowry, is it?
No, Lowry.
Lowry. Yes.
Now, they have a plethora of shows going on all the time.
Do.
And they invite us to absolutely everything.
They do.
It's fantastic.
They are.
Is there a place that we've not quite covered yet that you'd like us to cover?
I think there's lots and lots of places. I mean, we have the studios, but also, as we showed on last week's episode, which was kind of while we were moving into the studios, we can go out and about as well. So we'd love to visit places, particularly outdoors or, historic places or places not open to the public.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yeah, history.
Yeah, well, it's those quirky, which we do try and feature, don't we? The quirky stories about Manchester. I mean, we represent quirkiness. I went to that sort of school, but
she was in our boys.
It was a very special
Lovely.
School. We had a special person, everything, but but they loved us, and but it's those sort of places that perhaps aren't open to the public, have a story to tell. Maybe viewers work in a building that the public don't get to see, but we could go in and have a look. So we want to. We've been scratching the surface for 400 episodes. We want to deep dive now.
Deep dive.
They can't touch you for it.
Okay. Yes. So there is a lot to be seeing and a lot to be doing. I'm going to get comfy in here. I always slide off.
We got new cushions. And
new cushions. Can we see the juxtaposition of? We've introduced a new colour that we've never introduced.
What?
Because traditionally we've done blue and pink.
Yes.
Now we've got a new bit of.
We've got lime green in it. It's giving us a right lift, hasn't it? We've got all new knickknacks and the carpet, and we've Anyway, there we are.
It is. It's good. So anyway, I was mentioning the Lowry because do you remember?
Excuse me.
The motor neuron disease storyline on Forest Street with Daniel Brocklebank and Peter Ash.
Yes, I do.
Well, it's always difficult, I find, to get yourself from being in a soap for so many years.
Yes.
Into breaking into theatre, because I would imagine the two mediums. I mean, I wouldn't know. I do cabaret and
is that what you call it?
Yes, I do the 12 songs.
Yes, that you've done for more than 400 episodes.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah. So yes. Peter Ash had a big storyline, didn't he? So
he did. But he's gone on further now. He's touring.
He is
touring with a beautiful show, and I got to speak to him earlier on.
Right
today.
Yes. Shall we have a look then?
Shall we have a look at this interview with our Peter Ash? Play that VT.
And I am joined now here with Peter Ash. How are you?
Hello, I'm very good, thanks, yeah.
Last saw you at your departure of Corrie.
Yes, absolutely.
But normally when a soap actor leaves, it all goes a bit Pete-ong, but not for you.
Oh, bless you. No, yeah, it's been great. Keeping busy as well. This play's been going great. Audiences have been loving it, and it's going to be great to perform back at the Lowry, back in my hometown.
So how's it felt doing the switch from TV to theatre then?
It's kind of fine, really, because, I mean, I've done a lot of theatre in my time. It's kind of how I started out, really. So I'm kind of probably more used to doing theatre.
Right.
But, yeah, just a different way of doing things, a different beast. But I kind of enjoy them both as equally, I'd say.
Now, this show's doing the rounds, and it's doing remarkably well. For those that don't know about this, tell everybody about it.
Sure, yes. It's called Picture You Dead. It's based on the crime thriller novel by author Peter James. He's wrote, I think, 20 books in that series. This is the seventh one that's been adapted to the stage. And, it's all about the art world, really. This couple find an old painting at a car boot sale that has an older painting underneath it, which is a potential masterpiece, could be worth millions. So they come to my character, who is an art copyist, who does them a perfect copy. So they can,
Because that's a job, isn't it?
The character is based on a real guy called Dave Henty, who he used to forge passports, which of course is terribly illegal. He spent some time inside for that. But he's reformed now, and he copies artwork, like one-to-one, perfect copies, like experts can't tell the difference. We actually have some of his artwork as set dressing in the set, so it's amazing.
And how are you at art in general yourself?
I'm not that great. No, I used to doodle as a kid, but at still life I was rubbish.
Right. Still life.
So yeah.
Portraits, you have to get into it.
I'll try, but I don't know, maybe it's a bit late in the game to
of course, you're at the Lowry, an artist.
Exactly, and we do have Lowrys in the play, though.
Really?
Yeah, like Lowry is name dropped many a time. We have some of David's copies of the Lowrys on set as well.
So what kind of genre would you say this show is then?
Well, I'd say it is a crime thriller, but it's not like dark or gritty. Like there's comedy in it.
Right.
Like it's very funny at moments. It's a fun crime thriller, I'd say. I mean, there's murder in it. There's no good nicks in it, and some shadowy characters. But But it's a fun one. It's
Right.
great fun. And, you know, like you say, the audiences have been loving it so far. We've had great reviews and feedback.
So what do you think it is about this show then that's enticing people to come to it?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think everyone loves a bit of a mystery. Who doesn't like a crime thriller? You know, trying to guess what's going on, trying to guess what the twist and who's going to double cross who. And obviously, you know, Peter James's characters and books are well established already. They already have such a fan base, and as well as the TV show as well, Grace, with John Sim as well. You know, it's quite the franchise now, I guess, the Peter James series.
So if this sort of turned into something for the TV, would you be interested in taking your character to television?
Oh, yeah, I mean, absolutely. You know, you never say never with stuff like that. Yeah, no, absolutely.
That was a thought. That I think I just planted a seed there. Didn't
Absolutely.
I think I did. I could feel
Call
that
my
seed
agent.
happening. And everything. Yeah, exactly. So you're doing this. It's doing remarkably well. People should come to this. Why?
Because it's a great night out at the theatre. I mean, bit of live theatre, like you say. It's a crime thriller. It's going to keep the audience guessing, on the edge of the seat. You're going to laugh. You're going to gasp. It's a great night out. And obviously we're in the Lowry. Beautiful theatre. My hometown.
Yes.
So I'm going to have a great crowd in. A lot of ex-Corrie colleagues and then family and friends. It's going to be great. So yeah, come along.
Are you missing Corrie at all?
I do miss it, yeah. Obviously I miss the peoples. You know, great place to work. But it's life of an actor. You move on, you do other jobs, and obviously I will always hold Corrie dear in my heart. And obviously I've made friends for life there. And yeah.
And what's more important for you when you get offered a show then? Is it more about story or is it about character for you?
I guess just if I can see myself enjoying it, you know what I mean? Obviously when I read this script, I thought, yeah, that sounds great fun. I'd love to do. Never really done anything like this on stage before, like a crime thriller, so it's something new. And yeah, whatever it is, be the storyline or the character, if it's something that it incites me and, you know, I think I'm going to get enjoyment out of, absolutely, I'm going to do it.
It's all good. Well, thank you so much for your time today.
worries. Thanks
Thank
for
you very
speaking to
much.
us.
Thank you.
The fabulous Mr. Peter Asher.
He is a lovely
He
man.
is really lovely.
He is.
I have
He's a
found that
sweetheart.
with most of the Corrie cast.
Yes.
They're mostly on a level, know that they're working actors.
Right. Who did you dislike them?
I say nothing.
I say. Would be a clue about the one I didn't like. But anyway, there we are.
Who's that?
I say.
Is that Sean Tully? No.
Oh,
right.
Fred
No.
the book. Anyway,
Yes.
never mind.
Hey,
Let's move on.
listen.
Yes.
The Edy Awards were this week, just gone.
Yes.
And it was so lovely to see that one of my favourite venues in the world, New York,
Yes.
won the venue of the year.
So good. They named it twice.
Well, exactly.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
But that was very good, wasn't it?
Wasn't it lovely, that?
Yes.
Yes.
And what else have you been up to?
Well, I have to say I've been all over the shop, basically. Doing a bit of work.
Yes.
A bit of touting for
I mean, you've been
business.
here a lot. as well.
Well, I've been here a lot. If I ever see a wire again, I'll be too soon. Honestly, I can't be bothered with wires anymore.
Yes.
It's upsetting to my core.
Right.
It really is. Very upsetting to my core. What have you been up to this week? Here we go. Get ready. Oh, happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way.
Yes, it's St. Patrick's Day today,
Yes.
isn't it? Yes, that's,
It's 1851, everybody, on St. Patrick's Day.
it certainly is. That's
Yes.
very good. Yes, well, I went to a St. Patrick's themed dinner on Sunday night.
Right, was it nice?
It was absolutely lovely. Yes. Had leek and potato soup,
Oh,
salmon,
yes.
and Guinness cheesecake, which I've not had before.
Was you drinking then? In
Well,
a
no,
roundabout
there's only
way?
Guinness in the thing.
What was a Guinness cheesecake then?
Well, it was
It's the bread biscuit made out of the Guinness. or
no,
the,
it was in the mousse.
in the mousse. In
Yes,
the mousse.
The mousse was a dark colour because of it.
Right.
But it was very nice indeed.
Lovely.
And yes, the Irish consul was there.
Oh, was he?
She.
We must try and get her on, you know.
Yes, I think she did mention that she might like to come on
Really?
the show. So yes, and of course it was the parade yesterday, wasn't
Yes.
it, in the city? But yes, that was and
And
I never win a raffle, you know.
you
I'm
did
very-
win something.
I won
What did you win?
vouchers for a restaurant meal out.
A meal out.
Yes,
Oh.
and I told a friend of mine who said immediately, "Yes, I'll come." But I never even asked.
I'm waiting for invites.
Yeah, well, I wasn't.
How long have you been DL for now?
Yeah,
How many events have I been to?
One.
Thank you. My point is proven, everybody. My point is proven. I can't honestly contain with it anymore.
No.
Honestly, it's too much. Listen.
Yes.
Listen. We're going to cut to our next BT, but when we
Yes.
come back, we're going to be speaking about something exciting.
Very
because
important.
It's wonderful.
Yes.
It's absolutely amazing.
So, who else have you met today?
Right. So, I asked you at the beginning of the show how you would get witchcraft, neurodivergency, and the Venga Boys into one performance.
Yes. Well, I've always wanted to see you ducked in a pool to see if you are a witch or not, but I'm assuming that's not it, is it?
No, it's not. No. But that would be good. And to get to that pool, I would probably have to jump aboard the Venga bus.
Oh.
See what I did there?
Yes.
Somebody who's obsessed with the Venga Boys is a gentleman called Edy Hurst. I spoke to him earlier, and this is what he had to say. And joining us now is Edy Hurst. Tell me, why is this a treat for the people?
Yeah, thanks for having me. So it's Edy Hurst's Wonderful Discoverie of Witches in the Countie of Himself. It's at long last a show about the Lancashire witch trials, the Venga Boys, and nothing else at all.
Yes, very good. And where did the idea of this come from?
So for a number of years, like you know, when your family like digs into your family history and stuff, and they get quite excited about things. So for a few years, my mum was convinced that we were related to Lancashire witches, and had gone through it, and we had some relatives in Pendle from a few centuries back, which is obviously a very exciting thing, and I shan't spoil what happens in the show, but it's interesting thinking about what that means, and at the same time as that, during lockdown, I became pretty convinced that the Venga Boys party album from 1999 is actually a concept album where they learned to circumnavigate the globe, and nobody seems to be talking about this except for me. And also, I did get diagnosed with ADHD a couple of years ago, but it's definitely not related to that at all.
Right. Okay. So why such a love for the Venga Boys then?
Well, I mean, they're great. Have you heard them? What's not to like? You know, we've got the Venga bus is always coming round. Everyone likes to jump on that. And we ended up listening to it a lot during lockdown, especially because my daughter was born over lockdown, and those sorts of songs are great for children. She absolutely loves it. And just when you listen to something so much, I don't know. I think lockdown did something to all of us. And what happened to me was I had this revelation where if you listen to the album in a particular way, which is the order that they made it, you can see this story of Kim Sassabone learning to travel the world. And I think more people need to know about it.
Okay. And then, of course, we talk about the witches, and for some strange reason, on your press release, it relates straightly to neurodivergence. I mean, are the two linked?
Crazy, isn't it? Who'd have thought that? Are witches and neurodivergence linked? I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily say so. I mean, we can't go back in time and diagnose those sorts of things, but I certainly think a feeling of otherness, a feeling of being outside of what is seen as like normal at a time, those feelings are probably related. I think the idea of finding something exciting and new about your life, that the more you dig into it, it turns out maybe isn't so shiny and exciting. I think there's also a lot of probably overlap between that. And crucially within there as well, the fact that the Venga Boys circumnavigated the globe.
You see, you keep going back to these Venga Boys, don't you? I mean, do you think the witches of olden days would have liked the Venga Boys?
I think 100% they would. Who wouldn't? You know, they'll be boom, boom, booming. They'd love a trip to Ibiza.
And the thing is, your show is garnering a lot of good reviews. Of course, it was part of the 2021 Comedy Awards. I mean, how is it making you feel knowing that you're getting nominated and indeed winning these awards?
Yeah, it's great. You know, I was in the finals for the 2021 Musical Comedy Awards, which meant a lot. I've been a musical comedian for a number of years, and it was a real honour to be involved in that at Bloomsbury Theatre, doing my like sort of circuit set. And then from there, Lowry invited me to be part of their Develop With programme to create the show, which has been great. It's been a great artistic challenge to try and like move from just doing circuit club sets, which I love doing, into a broader show that has like a set designer in it, it had a director in it, and letting those like mad abstract ideas come into its own world for an hour is great. It's a very surreal experience, but it is amazing that audiences are coming and not only enjoying it, but it really resonating with them. Which for witchcraft, neurodivergence, Vengaboys, what are 3 things for someone to resonate with?
So this show is coming to the Waterside Arts on the 21st of this month. It's exciting. In just a few words, why should people watch this?
Well, I think, it finally explains about the Vengaboys circumnavigating the globe. It's a story that explores the Lancashire witch trials and sort of the way that we think about witches in pop culture in general. I think they occupy a space that's a little outside of other sort of figures that we see coming into horror films. And also, it's really funny. I jump out of a giant cauldron that has taken me a year and a half to make. And will I make it? Will I finally jump out of it this time? There's only one way to find out, and that's to come along on the 21st of March to Waterside Arts in Sale.
Edy Hurst, thank you. I mean, you'll notice there that I didn't mention the long title, because it's a very long title. Discovery of Him and His World.
I'm glad I'm not paying for the light bulbs outside the theatre, aren't you? I mean, the wattage there, goodness me.
It'd be quite hard, wouldn't it?
Yes.
It really would.
Yes.
Listen, we've got some exciting things to cover today.
We have.
First of all, Manhagan.
Yes, so we had them on the show.
Yes, Manchester and Copenhagen. Branded. The show has just got bigger and bigger and bigger. So Eurovision Festival, get ready to embrace the passion. There's going to be music, there's going to be fashion, there's going to be QT by POC.
QT, do you mean cute things or?
QT.
Oh,
Yes.
like QVC.
No, diversity, culture, glamour.
Yes.
Unleash your passion with Manhagan. And there's going to be 2 charity concerts that you can get for £78.
Right.
So that's really, I mean, they've got all the Eurovision stars.
Yeah, oh, I know. There's an awful lot
from
of
this
stuff
year
going on.
and past years as well attending. It's going to be massive.
It certainly is. And I tell you what, also is going to be massive this year, bigger than ever.
Bigger than me.
Big for the composer. I'm not making any fuss.
All right, thank you. Yes.
Pride.
The announcements went out, everybody. We were absolutely giddy about it. There's amazing acts going to be on there.
Us.
But more importantly, us is where I was getting to, because we've been booked again for
We
it.
have. Honestly, we have.
We're doing the Sunday again. We'll be there doing that. We're going to bring some amazing acts, and we're going to be announcing 2025's Your Manchester Icon.
Yes.
Which is going to be exciting.
It certainly is. You
If
think
it
it's
comes
our
off.
year?
Pardon?
I think it's our year to win it. Aren't we the judging panel? Why don't we just have it? You have it this year. I'll have it next.
Because I don't see the point in you hiring me a limousine to get across one road. I really find that.
Well, I was thinking it's a cost cut.
Oh, right. Is that what you were thinking it was? Yeah, no, I could see that working, I suppose, in a roundabout way. Yeah, maybe, possibly.
Yes, but yes, we are currently in discussions as to who we choose as the recipient.
Well, yes, indeed. And if you think there is anybody that that we should be having on our show, or that we should be fully recommending for, I'll just say hello to TikTok while we're here as well.
Oh, yes.
Hi, TikTok.
Hello.
That you think we should be recommending to be part of our show, then just get in contact with us. Contact us at yourmcr.com is our address.
It is.
Yes.
It is, and we're everywhere. And, well, we announced a couple of weeks ago, didn't we, that we're working on a project. So we're working with our partners on this, aren't we?
Yes.
The George House Trust.
George House Trust, yes.
And Manchester Pride as well.
That's right. We are putting a programme together called HIV and Me. That's correct.
That's right.
I had to remember that then. And it's going to be quite the sensation. We want to hear the stories, don't we?
We want to hear stories of people who have been living with HIV or had someone in their family who have HIV, or we want to know what people's views are today. Because when we were young, it was the terrifying event, really, wasn't it, with those commercials?
I think it stopped a lot of people of mine and your generation actually coming out.
Well, I absolutely think that. I think that's true, because it changed, I think, the whole view of being gay and straight people, how they view gay people. So we want to hear your stories, and we're then going to offer people the opportunity to come into studio and to film those or to record them for the audio podcast. Or if you don't want to do that and you want to be anonymous, then we'd love to hear from you in text form, and we'll use that anyway. We can voice those ourselves. But we want to create a program that looks at that and attitudes today, because we were saying, aren't we, with PrEP now, does that make people risk averse, less risk averse, what's people's attitudes today. And then we're going to turn that into a special strand in the show and have that as a kind of resource then for people to turn to.
And this isn't going to be a piece that basically just buffers around the situation. You know, if you're strongly against something, or you think that you've got a point that you want to bring up, you know, maybe even as a talking point, then do get in contact with us. Like I say, it's not a fluffy piece, is it, that we want to do?
No,
we want to get the proper stories.
We want to get the proper story and give people the opportunity to say their piece.
Indeed, because here at Your Manchester, every story counts, doesn't it? It really does. As we've proven for neon 400 episodes.
Yes. So in those 400 episodes, if I was to say to you, of all the guests you have on the show, who stands out?
I actually can't remember who's been on the program. If I'm completely, let me think. It was the year anniversary of the bomb.
Yes.
And we were invited to go down to St. Anne's Square.
Yes.
And there was a little space given to press. And it was that moment where Lucy Meacock was in St. Anne's Square, and she had to finish at a certain time because we were programmed to go into that space straight after it. That was when it first dawned on me that maybe we've got something here with this program.
And touching on that, I think for me, the most moving and one I felt privileged to interview was to interview Vegan Murray, Martin Hett's mom, last year, when she had walked down to Downing Street to go in. Now, unfortunately, she had a meeting with the government to talk about bringing in Martin's Law, and then, of course, the election came and the government changed. Now, of course, the new government taking it up, but at that time, it was very moving to interview her at that point.
Well, it's just this city, isn't it? This city is such a diverse, beautiful place because, you know, you can have the high moments, the low moments, and anything in between. And, of course, it's the voices and the characters that make it.
Well, I would say that when people talk about, say, historic buildings and things, the buildings are interesting, they're lovely, but it's the people that make the buildings and make the city.
It really is. Very true, that. That's very poignant. And as I've always said, when we do this program, you should always give 100% unless you're at a blood bank.
Thank you for those words of
Thank
wisdom.
you. And on that note, we should be now wrapping this fully up, everybody.
Yes.
I can't believe that's flown. That's gone so far.
No.
It's gone good.
Yes.
Hasn't it?
Yes. And we hope to see you all next week for episode 401. And of course, on Sunday, join Uncle Stephen for the podcast as well. And do send your stories in. This show is nothing without you.
Indeed. But for now, though, thanks for watching this week's episode of
Your Manchester.